self-proclaimed governor of Mid-Missouri, and he's the host of TTBS, the podcast. Here's Tom Bradley.
Thank you, Nikki Garman, and welcome to it, live from Truman's Bar and Grill. God, we've got a lot of stuff going on, brother. A lot.
Yep.
My excitement level is through the roof. Do you and I ever wake up in a bad mood?
I don't think I ever wake up in a bad mood. No, I'm always pretty happy. It gets progressively worse as the day goes on, but normally the start is
Your mood does?
really positive. Yeah.
Do you have people that go, "What is wrong with you? Why are you so happy in the morning?
I
Just
get
shut
that,
up."
and then I also get, how much caffeine have you already drank? And I was like, well, listen, I'm getting there.
That's why my son would go, "Look, we all haven't had 5 cups of coffee already." And I'm like, I'm on my second cup of coffee.
It's only my second.
I generally wake up feeling pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Truman's Bar and Grill, by the way, they will have live music coming up on June 13th. The Ben Osh Band will be here. I read from their post, Ben's deep hypnotic voice and the
great.
band's clean acoustic-driven classic country will have you hooked. And by the way, he's got a picture of him sitting on a bed of a pickup in the woods, bunch of junk in the bed, like an old tire and stuff. So he's proving he's a country boy. And there's also a dog next to him, looking incredibly like it is part beagle. And I'm not making this up.
Yeah.
And here we are talking about, well, it'll come up during our big announcement.
Yep. All right.
Big announcement with Creekside in just a few moments. Obviously, at the end of the show, you'll have Keep Your Eye on the Crap. Very important to catch this morning. And our guest today is going to be Brett Calhoun, the managing general partner at Red Bud Venture Capitalists.
Yep.
I think I'm in over my pay grade for this guy.
Yeah.
I think he's really smart.
Yeah.
I think he's a very cool customer. And I don't feel like a cool customer.
Yeah. I feel you.
I feel like Captain Spaz Boy when I'm next to somebody like that.
Captain Spaz Boy.
Red Bud is the
my
presenting
goodness.
sponsor for last month's annual Missouri Startup Weekend, and I think it was their 14th annual. And this was a special year because I went.
Nice.
It was my first time being there, and we're going to have so much fun. If you guys have ever enjoyed watching something like Shark Tank, it's like that, only it's real.
Yeah.
And it's real moving. I will talk about the number of presenters we had there, but it was people with ideas like you and I do.
Yep.
And
I
think
did one a few years ago. Nothing really came from it, but I did one.
You presented there?
Well, yeah, so we actually were part of a thing. The website's still up, but we never win anything with it. It's Questions for a Cause. And the idea behind it, our premise was, instead of like just giving away money, a person, like a famous person, like a Chip Jones from Emery Sapp & Sons could put up a page, and somebody could ask him a question through there, but pay to do that, and then the money would go to a charity. So we were trying to find a way to like upgrade celebrity and stuff like that.
I really liked your idea on that.
Yeah, nothing came from it though. So, but,
and,
I mean, that's what happens most of the time, right? You throw something against the wall and see what sticks.
Right, and I would have joined in, but I think you were looking for celebrities, and I am anything but a celebrity.
The governor of Mid-Missouri is very important.
Well, I think it's one of those things. Let's get to our I-70 update quickly, because you mentioned Chip Jones.
Yeah.
You didn't mention on an accident. The wonderful, wonderful I-70, the Improve I-70 project. Chip Jones, Vice President Operations at Emery Sapp & Sons. You're a locally grown and employee-owned company. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Okay, we decided your name. You should be a sportscaster.
Yeah.
Everybody, let's go out to the field now. Chip Jones
Chip
reporting
Jones.
live. How's that knee injury going for Patrick Mahomes, Chip? Chip, come in, Chip.
I don't have a voice for radio or TV, so we're in trouble.
Oh man.
How have you been?
Doing great. Doing great.
This project is really, really getting underway. Since the last time you were on the show, if I got this right, I blew up half a hillside. And it was supposed to be that way.
Yeah.
I was like, that was on purpose, right?
It was on purpose. and we had the grand groundbreaking go on with the state of Missouri and with the city of Columbia and Boone County and everything.
With both governors there.
Yes. And if one more person had said M-I-Z, I was going to scream out, shut your mouth. But it was really cool. I want to just address this quickly, and you can jump in, Chip, if you want to. It is... While everybody was up there, including ESS, I was looking at trucks rolling by on I-70, and all I could think was commerce, business, lifelines, connectivity, growth, strength of a community, a state, and a country. That's what I was seeing when I saw I-70 rolling behind us. And when you're on the highway, you're like, I got another damn truck in my way. we need 3 lanes in both directions, and it's happening, and we're officially getting underway. So official. Tell everybody what's going on tomorrow night.
Oh, get a little thing going on tomorrow night. We will be closing Providence at I-70 tomorrow morning after rush hour at 9 a.m. at the bridge. Ramps will be able to still go opposite directions. As long as you're not going over the bridge, you're going to be safe. And then tomorrow night, starting at 8 o'clock, we're going to put up a lane drop, make I-70 go down to 1 lane for a little while. And then at 9 o'clock, we're going to do what's called ramp surfing, and I-70 will go up and over the ramps, kind of like what they did down at St. Charles here about a month or so ago.
Yeah.
And so I-70 will use the ramps, and then we'll tear down the bridge. And then hopefully everything goes well, and by Sunday morning when you're driving through there, it'll be open back up. I-70 will be free-flowing by Sunday morning.
And all the concrete and steel that was the bridge for Providence Road going over I-70 will be gone.
Yes.
Nice.
Well, it might be over on the infield of some of it. Because
How do you do that so fast? And you don't blow anything up. Somebody
No.
asked me, will they explode? I go, no, they're not going to do that.
we have a subcontractor that does that for a living, and he's very good at it. And then we'll also assist some. And
But again, no
hopefully in the rough-
explosives?
No explosives on this
Aw.
one. Yeah.
Well, I know, because they would have called me.
Yeah.
I'm the demo man now. How often do you ever run into a problem in the middle of something like that?
Oh, well, yeah, always.
This is one of the things I asked.
All the time, yeah.
This is a 3.5 to 4 year project that you guys are on this section of I-70 and the Improve I-70 project with MoDOT. And you said you have weekly meetings and this and that. I said, how often do you guys have surprises? And you looked at me and you said, every day. And
Pretty much, but yeah.
not big surprises,
yeah.
but there are surprises every day.
Some of them are good, some of them are a challenge, and you overcome them and you move on. So that's what makes the job fun.
So you map out 2 days approximately, or really it's a day and a half, 36 hours to take this bridge down?
Hopefully it's less than that, but yeah, 36.
It's unbelievable. And
That
have
is
it out of the way.
amazing.
Does the pavement underneath the bridge ever get hurt from this going on?
We'll put down some bedding and stuff like that, and hopefully not. That's
What, like a blanket? What do you?
They've got moving blankets from U-Haul.
lime dust basically. We'll bed it down about 6 inches. So then when stuff falls on it, it kind of absorbs the impact.
I had
So-
no idea that was going to be an interesting question and answer. but
That's cool.
That's really something.
Huh.
So in 36 hours, all that happens and the lanes are open back up. Everybody else coming through has no idea that just happened.
Correct.
And during that time, people are driving up and over with the ramps. Providence Road will be closed for, 6 months? Less than that.
Yeah, till October.
Till October.
Yeah.
And it'll be the same way as St. Charles is now, right? So if you're on the south side of 70, you can get on
Yeah.
the on-ramp and off. And then if
Correct.
you're on the north side, those keep working the same way St. Charles does.
All except for the westbound off ramp, we're going to close it at the same time. There's some issues that we need to take care of during this time, and we'll rebuild that ramp while it's closed.
You know, one of the things I've
So-
noticed, and I'm sure this is a MoDOT decision, not ESS, although you guys may join in on the planning on this, but I'm pretty sure there's some holes out there we've chosen not to fill because we're going to be replacing a highway-ish area anyway. Am I correct on that?
I can't say.
Okay. But there's a ramp. Will the ramp wind up ever being completely changed? The answer is no, but you will be repairing the ramp. Is that correct?
We will be rebuilding it with new pavement and everything.
New
Oh,
pavement.
wow.
Yeah.
But it doesn't change where it is.
Not for the most part.
For the most part.
Little realignment, but nothing you'll notice.
And
Okay.
that it'll
Part.
still be that, like, if you're getting onto westbound 70 from Rangeline, it's still a one lane all the way to Providence. That stays all the same and everything. How that right lane just takes you right to the Providence exit. Is that all kind of the
So-
same, or is that going to change?
All that will change a little bit. So
Oh, okay.
actually, that becomes a CD road basically from before Rangeline. So then when you get on a ramp, you'll be away from I-70 traffic and going through Rangeline and through Providence, and then the CD road goes under Providence. We'll widen it enough so get rid of the merging problems on I-70.
Okay.
So basically, when you come out, you'll be just merging with I-70 traffic. You won't have to worry about people getting off at the same time. So
Yes. And of
we're-
course, we both know what a CD road is. But
Well,
if you could fill everybody else in, that would
Sorry.
be great.
It's called a collector distributor. So it's just basically a separate road away from the I-70 road
Gotcha.
highway. So
Are we going to remember that
Yeah,
in
absolutely.
the future?
Collector distributor.
It's interesting questions because we don't know. I don't want to know too much about what you guys do because I want to be able to represent and ask questions the public has. Right now, there are some people that are commenting that maybe there's some weird lines on the highway and they're wondering what happened. Now, this is nothing that's involved with Emery Sapp and Sons because you guys are working on that project. Sometimes things like this can happen. Where are these messed up lines right now?
I think they're down around Paris and Route B. The bridge is there, the Colt Railroad Bridge. I think
Yeah.
it's in that area. There's a transition.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
for the
it's
other
where
project.
because like you go onto the left-hand side when you're going westbound, and then it's like the old highway is like the whole thing is like the on-ramp now. So yeah, I almost got sideswiped the other day driving through there. So yeah, be careful going through that area.
You know, while we're talking about that, on projects you guys are not involved. Well, actually, I don't know if you're involved with this or not, but there's another project I want to mention. Then we'll get back to the Improve I-70 for a moment. But they're going to widen westbound 54 where it meets Highway 63 right before it crosses the bridge into Jeff City.
Oh, okay.
And they're going to be closing and narrowing some lanes starting June 1st. And they'll wrap that up at about May 1st of 2027.
Oh, okay.
Which means everything this summer on Fridays when you're heading to the lake, God be with you. And the first question I saw from somebody was, are they going to close down the Cedar, what is that called? Cedar
Creek.
Cedar Creek.
Yeah.
Cedar Creek, and I'm like, because that's how people do their little end around thing to try and bypass all the crap we're stuck
That's
in.
my road, right? Cedar Creek, like you're talking the Millersburg, like the Route J area.
No,
No,
this
not
is,
there.
It's the
Okay.
same creek.
Okay.
It flows all the way
Just
through
different
down
space.
south through Boone County and then
Okay,
enters
gotcha.
into Callaway down there. So that's going to be coming up, and I see this from MoDOT, their central district. Follow them on Facebook and follow Emery Sapp and Sons. You've got ramp closures coming up on I-70 at J and O.
That's correct.
Now, without going deep into it, for the people that are like, well, what's going on? Ramp closures at routes J and O on I-70. Is it all of them all the time, or what? Not quite. Yes, quite.
Yeah, there will be some limited access, but yes, for the most part, it's all closed.
You got
Oh, wow.
detour routes going on I-70 to and from Route J, detour route J and O as well. June 1st till the end of November. Westbound I-70 to and from routes O and J, June 1st to the end of November as well. All those are listed on there, and you can follow Emery Sapp and Sons to see some of these as well. So these are some of the immediate things that are going on. Also, over at the Midway exit, I want to make sure I understand this. I got a friend, Chris. Good morning, Chris, who is mesmerized by the concrete plant you guys have put in, and that's what they're calling it. What do you call it?
I call it an asphalt plant right now.
Asphalt plant. Okay. And this is over at Midway next to I-70 and near the way you're going to get to like Midway Golf and Games.
Yeah.
Okay. Or formerly, I guess, Midway USA in that area. So you guys have set up. This is not really a staging area. This is a what do you call that area?
So, I mean, right now we do have the asphalt plant there, so we're doing some temporary widening on I-70 so we can shift traffic over onto the shoulders and stuff like that.
Okay.
From Rocheport all the way through Columbia. And so once that's done, that asphalt plant will leave, and then we will be bringing in our concrete plant because the road will be concrete. So one leaves, one comes in, it'll get
Wow.
erected.
That's
and
so cool.
And it's basically, I mean, all the concrete that will be going down on the whole project will come from there.
That's amazing.
And that's part of the whole build design thing that you guys worked out with MoDOT, and you're like, here's where we'll put this, and we'll do everything right here.
Yeah.
It's like if you're going to be baking cakes, you want to mix the cake mix
Right next door.
to the
Yeah.
oven.
Yeah.
You know, why do you want to mix it across the street? What the hell?
That's amazing that you can just pick up and move an asphalt plant and pick up and move a concrete plant. Like, that's so awesome.
They do
Holy
this
cow.
kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's amazing.
How much ground in tons will you move in this project? You just look at
I
me
didn't
like,
get that.
are you serious?
Come on. Hey, we asked Jacob Brummett how much poop he moves every week. Like, come on, they should be able to answer.
Yeah, I think that's a fair one. Is there anything else we need to hit right now?
I'll come back with details next time for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We
We'll work
like
on that.
random numbers. If you haven't caught that, we like just weird numbers.
I bet there's some engineers on your team right now. They're like, oh, Chip.
You just blew it.
You just blew it.
Dump
You
truck
just
drivers
blew
listening
it.
in right now.
Chip Jones, VP over at Emery Sapp and Sons, and I want to thank you so much for being with us again. And I think people now get an idea of why we're giving the updates and why you're coming on here once a month to talk about these things that are going on, because it's really happening now.
It's slow down. That's all I can say is slow down. You'll get there, and you'll get there just almost as quick.
And you're going to save some lives.
Yeah.
Chip, thank you so much.
Thank you,
Appreciate
sir.
it, brother.
Thanks for being here.
All right, we have one more thing to get through before we welcome in our guest this morning, which will be Brett Calhoun at Red Bud Venture Capitalist. And this next thing, I want to make sure that we understand ourselves that while it's a big announcement, we may have kind of tipped our hand a little bit a couple of times.
Yeah.
But every time we talk about it, there's more details.
Yep.
Am I right about that?
Absolutely.
So I'm going to go ahead and say it's time for us to tip those hands again. All right, big announcement of the week with Creekside Pet Center, Bed and Biscuit, and Dirty Harry's. To give you an idea what these people are like that take care of your animals at all three of these facilities. Creekside had a surprise visit from like the state board that goes, "How are these dogs doing?" That's how they walk in. They're like, "How are these dogs doing?"
Oh, wow.
They had a surprise visit to check it out. They do an inspection, the whole thing. Every single year, every time they have any visits, and it includes a surprise visit like they had yesterday, they sail through with flying colors. There's no care facility for your pets that has any kind, even close to, much less as good as the grades the Creekside Pet Center is getting for you guys.
Bet.
They're amazing.
I drove by there this weekend, and just seeing all the coverage and everything, like they have so much shade that's added to keep the dogs in covered and everything. It's like, who thinks of that? You know what I mean? Like there's parks where actual children play with zero shade. These puppies out here are well taken care of.
Well, hey, Creekside Childcare. That's
We
I'm
could
an
drop
idea
off
man.
our dogs and our kids
the
in the
kids.
same place, and then if there's nap pods right next door, that's always been my dream.
That's the thing. As you know, Music Beagle, it's no mere coincidence that we mentioned musicbeagle.com at the same time that we mentioned creeksidepetcenter.com. Music Beagle is getting underway today. Do we have our first charter member that's now placing music acts on
We
Music
sure
Beagle?
do.
And who is it?
We're sitting in their space right now. So the act that you mentioned just a few minutes ago,
Yes.
they are on the site right now. So Ben Osh Band, if you pull up musicbeagle.com and zoom in, you are going to find them listed on the site right now.
We're talking about pissed off people like me that for years have gone, I don't know where to look to find the frickin' live music tonight. Where is it right now?
You're like, I'm going to pull up 37 Facebook pages and
God.
hope they updated them.
I would just get exasperated. So then eventually I'd just take my guitar and I'd go down to the homeless camp and I would start busking down there. There's nothing like having a homeless person give you their last dollar because the last tune, Freebird, really broke their heart. And
I thought they were
going to
give you the dollar to shut up.
Well, maybe they did. Maybe they did. Music Beagle, the hunt for live music. So Truman's, as an example, is on there now, and they're all going to be joining in today, and that's venues and artists. And I know that right now, Dive Bar, which has, I'm guesstimating during the I guess the heart of the busy season for them live music wise at Dive Bar on the business would be now.
Yeah.
And they have somewhere around 6 to 7 live music acts per week.
Wow, that's awesome.
And you're going to be finding those
Yep.
on musicbeagle.com. But wait a second, Ellis Bennis. What if it's happening right now? Will it show up there?
Absolutely.
What if it's happening next Friday? Can I see that ahead of time?
It sure is. The paws are 2 different colors, and so that'll be your delineation that you can tell. So if the paw is like the bright white, that means it's right now.
Okay.
And if it's a black paw, then it's just a little bit out in the future. You just hover over it. It'll tell you. Click on it. You can find out more details.
So one is a little more muted in the colors and one is a
Yeah.
little more brighter on
Yeah.
the screen. Will the screen look that way on my Android or iPhone
it
and mobile
sure
device?
will. Yeah, I actually block all iOS devices just because I hate iPhone. No, I'm just kidding. Yes, it will work the
God,
same way.
why do you have to be one of those people?
Well, if you've met a developer that's a really big fan of Apple, I'd be very surprised.
I believe you. I'm going to stick with Apple, though, and my iPhone 8.
my What are they up to now? Isn't it the 16 or the 17?
Well, to give you an idea on the screen,
He's got a solid 4 inches there, guys.
I've got 4 grandkids. I got 4 grandkids, and I've got a puppy.
Yeah.
I don't think any of them were alive when I got this phone.
That's awesome.
That's just the way it is. When I get that, I'm going to bring it on the show, and I'm going to order it soon.
Yeah.
I reached out to AT&T beforehand, and I go, I'm grandfathered in on my plan. And they go, yes, you are. And I go, I'm paying twice as much as I should. And they're like, hey, Grandpa.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you son of a bitch.
Your grandfather
At the
did.
very least, that was very, very uncool. Anyway, follow us on Facebook and on Instagram, Music Beagle, and go and get yourself moving now. MusicBeagle.com. More coming later today. It is time to welcome our guest this morning. Typically, I have a lot I can say about a guest, and I don't ask them ahead of time what I should or should not say. I think with Brett, he's such a cool guy.
Yeah.
I'm not exactly sure. I don't want to misstep.
Yeah.
Brett Calhoun, managing general partner at Red Bud Venture Capitalists, which they were the presenting sponsor for last month's annual Missouri Startup Weekend held right here in Columbia. Good morning, Brett. How are you?
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
It's great to have you here. What else can I say about you? That sounds so sanitized. I don't want to do that. Like who are you, man?
Yeah, so Redbud, we invest in early stage startups all over the U.S. and Canada. We've got 42 companies in about 25 cities, and I invest other people's money. I mean, I'm an investor in the fund as well, but we have investors all over the country. Primarily, though, are people who've built companies in Missouri, and investors like University of Missouri Endowment or Shelter Insurance, Columbia Insurance Group. And then the rest are all people who've built companies like Founders Square or the SGC Food Service family. It's got one of the Kempers out of Kansas City. So really good people supporting us. And
You invest other people's money.
That's what I'd like to do.
Yeah.
yeah,
I really do like that. I like that a lot. I was looking at, on the website, on your company's website, managing general partner, Redbud VC, built the firm into a top-performing venture capital fund, named to the 2024 Forbes 30 Under 30 list for venture capital.
Wow. That's amazing.
What?
Yeah.
30, you're not even 30 years old at the time, and you were named to that, and there's only 30 that they allowed in that.
In the country.
If you looked at the country, there's 50 states.
Yeah.
You kicked some states out. You're like, get out.
Yeah.
I'm going to be the one here. You've raised over, and I'll bet you it's more than that now, $40 million in capital across startups and venture capitalists. $40 million. Is it above that now?
no, that's accurate.
That's
'Cause
accurate.
Yeah.
$40 million.
Yeah.
And that means you're going out and knocking on the door and saying, hey, would you like to give us some money to invest for you? We got a really cool idea. Is it as simple as that?
It's a bit more than that, but
Well, and are the only people allowed into Redbud? Does it have to be an institutional investor, or do you guys allow individual investors? Like,
Yeah,
I'll call it the little guys. Are they able to get involved in Redbud, or does it have to be an institutional, like high level?
no, 80% of our dollars invested in us are individuals, but accredited investors.
Okay,
So-
accredited investors. Gotcha.
So it's not, we don't have it set up where anybody could go through like $1,000 in our fund.
Gotcha.
We've got a minimum, and last fund that was like $250,000. So
Well, that's actually less than I was thinking.
Yeah,
It's
me
still,
too.
It's still more than I carry in my
Oh,
wallet.
100%. Yeah.
But-
I thought it'd be seven figures, right?
Yeah,
that's what I
was
thought.
kind of thinking that as well. There's other information on here, and I want to get away from that. I want to just talk about you, and I want to really talk about as well what happened last month at the incredible Missouri Startup Weekend. It was my first being there. It was the 14th. Is that correct?
it was the 14th one. It's been around since 2011. There were 2 years it wasn't here because of the pandemic. and-
COVID. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I've been doing it for 5.
Oh,
So-
cool. As part of Redbud, or did you
Yeah.
actually ever present and build your own kind of thing?
No, it's part of Redbud. So we started an incubator in 2021 called Scale, and that's when we took it over, and then we organized it for the first time in the fall of 2022, in the spring of 2022.
Very cool.
And so
So you guys are crazy smart with this, because it gives you a chance to help and be involved and put yourselves in almost a mentoring position for people that have what might be a pretty good idea and they need help. But meanwhile, you're also there with the incubation, and you're catching great ideas coming hot off the
Oh, yeah.
press, and then you're like, I think we want to put some money into this thing.
yeah, and it's the winner was actually from New York, but
This year.
yeah, he's a Mizzou alum.
Oh, good.
And so that was the connection. I got introduced to him through a buddy. and he was kind of tinkering with this idea, noodling on it for a few months, and I kept hitting him up like, hey, you starting a company yet? And I went to New York and hosted a dinner around this theme of like outsider roots. So, invited a lot of Midwest folks that are based in New York now, and had Dan there, and we were talking. He's like, I think I'm going to start this company. I've had some good feedback. And I'm like, why don't you come to Startup Weekend?
Mm-hmm.
And he used to participate in EQ through Mizzou and that entrepreneurship group. And he's like, you know what? I've been to Startup Weekend. Like, I would love to come back. And so he brought his co-founder in. They were both working at Robinhood. And before Phil, his co-founder, was at Kalshi, and then they were both at Square in St. Louis. And they came in and ended up winning.
What was their idea? What was the business or app or whatever?
Yeah, it was. So right now, obviously, there's a lot of political tailwinds for HSAs. They're trying to open up the utility of it, but there's no great platform for consumers to really understand how to like maximize the utility of that HSA.
Oh, nice.
Health savings account.
Yeah, health savings accounts. So
because the federal government changed who was able to get an HSA, it really opened it up for a lot more options.
Who can get it, what you can spend it on,
Yeah.
how you can invest it,
Yeah.
and like only 7% of HSA accounts are actually investing.
Mm-hmm.
But if you think about it, you would never like a 401k. You pay taxes at either at one point when you take it out. With an HSA, you don't ever pay taxes.
Yeah.
You don't pay taxes when you put it in. You don't pay taxes when you take it out. So why wouldn't you max that out every year investing it?
Yep.
And
because you're only allowed to put in a certain amount into that HSA,
Yeah.
but it's allowed to grow as big as it wants, tax free, and then you take the money back out as long as it's
Tax-free.
for allowable expenses.
Exactly
right.
But no one has made it really simple where you can, if you wanted to take money out of the investing side and match that up with the expenses. And then all the ones that have the investing set up, there's a different financial structure. So you have a bank, then the brokerage, and they're trying to set up where you just go straight to the brokerage, you cut out the bank, and it decreases the fees that you pay.
Is it to a place where we could look it up? Like, can I pull up the website? Just while I'm
No,
thinking?
they're not there
Okay,
yet.
perfect.
I mean, it's
What's the name of it so we can follow
it's called
it?
Rive.
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 HSA.com.
All right.
And so with the, this year we had investor judges vote with their money. And with
And
that,
that's the first year that you've done that?
first year we've done this. So obviously some kinks in that, but it was a lot of fun, honestly. So I'm investing, a few grand into Rive, and so are my partners at Redbud and a few other folks.
Their prize for winning was $64,000.
That was the investment, and then they get $10K.
$10K is a prize.
And then we also
$64,000 is an investment.
Yeah, they also got $15K design work with the guy that we work with who did our website. They get like $10K legal work. They get $15K development work from Averon.
Oh my God,
And then-
that's really adding up, and this is something
Yeah.
they have to have.
And we
that's
also
amazing.
we gave them an LOI with Equipment Share and a design partnership agreement.
Holy cow.
So think about opening that up to 8,000 employees, and over half of them have access to an HSA.
Good God.
That's awesome.
So what a great set of many, many connections and financial and other mentoring help to help this thing get off the ground. And you believe in it. You're not just feeding stuff over here because it's a fun thing to do. You believe that there's a need out there for this.
100%.
How cool. Everything can be different. The next one, and if I saw the Rive presentation, I think it went over my head, okay? The next one I got really quick, and I think the guy who presented it understood it. So you got to have a passion for what you're talking about. You have to have some kind of feet who've been in this mud dealing with whatever the hell it is and go, there's a problem here. And people have a pain with this, and I have an idea, a solution to end their pain. This guy stood up there and he came. Did he have the name Herd Route?
Yeah.
Initially, Herd Route,
Route.
a logistics marketplace that serves as the Uber for livestock
Cattle.
auctions.
That's awesome.
Founded by Marshall Willingham.
That's a great name because
Of
I
course.
immediately knew what it was going to be.
Marshall, you mean which thing?
The Herd Route.
Herd
yeah,
Route.
Herd Route. I immediately
his,
got that.
I like his name.
Marshall.
We got a new Marshall in this.
Marshall.
Marshall Willingham. When he talked about this, I was like, he's making sense. I don't even know the industry at all, and it sounds like there's a major need here. He's been in it. He understood it, and his presentation, while I don't have an emotional connection to this thing, I got it. Did you also, the first time he was up there presenting?
Yeah, no, I think it makes sense. I know nothing about auction houses and cattle, but
They're delicious.
I think the I think the big point that he made that was crazy was like how many animals die on the road because of bad logistics.
Yep.
Like that was pretty wild.
Yep.
But yeah, so Marshall got second place, and
so his investment $31,500.
yep.
And third place went to. There's got to be a place for these guys. I wouldn't know anything about this either. Dungeon Crawlers AI.
Now we're talking. All right.
An
now
AI
we're in my space.
An AI-powered game master tool for tabletop role-playing games. Again, I don't have any idea about this thing.
I'm here for it, man. I'm going to get my D20s out right now.
Do you know anything about this kind of a deal?
I mean, I don't play Dungeons and Dragons,
Look
so
at him.
it's.
Do you think he's ever played Dungeons and Dragons? He bench presses all of the books and then looks down on us nerds.
I'm pretty sure he deals more in reality.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because your reality deals with things that don't exist.
Yeah.
That is
right?
very true.
It's an idea. I mean, sure, the idea exists. It's just sitting around there floating in somebody's head. They share it with you, and you're like, that's got some physical weight to it. I think we can do something with that. That's more your thing, isn't it?
I mean, we do both. We do stuff that's pie in the sky, and we do stuff that's pretty practical, but the pie in the sky stuff is way more fun, honestly.
As long as it makes money.
Exactly. It's got to make money at some point.
The people that don't know about this Missouri Startup Weekend, I want to mention out that I caught this thing big global giants born in Missouri. Zapier.
Oh, yeah.
Zapier was brought up in 1 Million Cups meeting yesterday morning. What is Zapier?
They are the largest connector of web applications in the world.
Yep.
So if you want to send data between web apps, you're probably going to use Zapier. I mean, there's some other companies that have popped up along the way, but they have, they're the biggest leader in that market.
Yeah. That's real. And as a programmer, as a nerd, to get two systems to talk to each other, it used to be you would have to custom write all of that.
Yeah.
But with Zapier, you just go in, you say, does this exist? Does this make them talk? Go. It's amazing.
And without that going on, what you just described, but also what AI is able to tap into as well, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm sure. They won Missouri Startup Weekend.
The first year.
Right here.
The first year.
In 2011. Equipment Share, construction technology and equipment platform scaled into a publicly traded unicorn. You'll explain that in a moment. Started its journey at a local Columbia Startup Weekend, and now it's worth billions?
Yeah.
It's in the billions. What the hell is a publicly traded unicorn? What does that mean?
So they were a venture-backed startup that went to $1 billion in valuation. And so the unicorn term is for a company that reached $1 billion valuation. I think they went public at $7 billion. And they're about 8,000 employees now.
Yeah.
So
Unbelievable.
I have one stock of theirs.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. That's one more than I have. So I've got that going on.
He mentioned Robinhood. I bought it through Robinhood. So, yeah, it worked out great.
Liquid, formerly All Hair Academy, founder Crystal won the Missouri Startup Weekend, eventually led to raising over $500,000. Joining the Techstars Accelerator and pitching on national stages like Afrotech and Harvard. Again, something that I wouldn't know much about, but wow.
yeah, Crystal was she owned her own, hairstylist shops here, and she sold those and had been consulting for a while and decided to basically productize what she had been doing on the consulting side. So
there's more listed on here, and I want to step away from it for a second because I want you to explain. When we put together an idea, when Ellis and I and our partner Foxy put together an idea a few years back, when we started to release information about it to the public, I guess initially through my radio show, we had more than one person reach out to us and say, I'd like to invest in what you guys are doing. I think you had a good idea. I'd like to invest in it. And I'm like, thank you. We don't know what the hell we're doing. I can't take anybody's money right now. But there's another reason to that, which is I don't know that we needed money at the time. We needed to prove that this thing could work or not work. And only then will we know, I think, how much money we need to get the thing moving forward.
Yep.
And if you said, I want to give you some money, it means I owe you now. And that starts getting a little weird. So when people watch stuff on Shark Tank, I want you to correct me. When they watch stuff on Shark Tank, they've said to me, wouldn't it be awesome to have somebody go, here's $500,000. I'm like, they just bought and own 60% of your company.
Yeah.
It's not what you think it is.
Right.
Am I right?
that's not how things work in our world. So no one is ever selling a majority of their company when they're raising money. I mean, maybe after multiple funding rounds that you don't own, over 50% of the stock, but you can still set the company up structurally where the founders have more board votes than the investors and still control the company. Like, the Equipment Share brothers have control of Equipment Share. So
on Shark Tank, they'll sometimes make that one of the prerequisites on it. Is like, I'm going to give you the money, but I want 40% of the company or whatever. That will come out on the show. How real is that show?
It's generally consumer products, which are a little bit of a different world where our stuff is all technology, so it's all IP based. You have your science stuff, deep tech, hardware, and then software side. So it's a little bit of a flavor of companies that we're looking at, primarily speaking. So the valuations are going to be different. Like if somebody's raising $2 million, it's probably on a $10 to $15 million valuation. So you're giving up, 15, 20% of your company. Not 50%, not some weird loan
you
structure.
You still have control.
Yeah.
But when you start generating dollars and you're starting to show some profit, you're paying that money back.
No.
Over here.
No. So we're in it for the long haul. Our investments are 5 to 10 years.
Okay.
So in this fund that we just raised, it's a $25 million fund. We'll invest that in about 40 companies. And basically, our math is the power law. So roughly 70% of those companies are going to go to zero. You're going to have like 20% of them that, make your money back or make 5x or something. And then you've got, 1, 2, or 3 that just are home runs at 100x or so. And those take a long time. So it's, we're not getting dividends. We're not getting paid back over time. And you are looking, that some of them are not going to pan out like this.
70%, you said, is the failure rate? 70% is who you plan on failing. Yeah. That's amazing.
And so that's going to happen. But you're planning on the others. They're going to knock it out of the park.
Yeah.
And your return is going to be really strong. That's what the deal is.
Our first fund is doing really well. No companies have died yet. One should die. At least.
You mean that's a personal hope that you have?
Well, I mean, yeah, because our investors get tax benefits when we have a write-off. So,
wow. Okay. All right.
But our thesis is investing in people who don't give up. So they haven't given up yet.
That's good.
You should probably know when to give up, though. That's another part of the equation.
That's just give me initials right now. I just want to initials.
But an example is like we had one company raise a whole bunch of money about 18 months later, and that $100K we'd put in that company was then worth $4.2 million. And so that one's carrying all the weight. If we had a bunch of companies go bust, it already paid for them.
Oh, wow, that's amazing.
That really is something. When you're looking at a company or an idea, what are the most important? What's the most important thing you're looking for? Is it the idea, or is it the person who came up with it, or what?
Definitely the person.
Yeah.
I mean, ideas are pretty cheap. I mean, if somebody has an idea, somebody probably had the idea before.
Yeah.
Or somebody else is probably also working on the idea. Maybe there's a different way. But when we look at ideas, we do care about how that person is thinking about it. What's their unique insight, secret sauce? How do they think about the world differently? So generally, if it's a more kind of B2B company, vertical, you probably have a decade or two of experience in that industry. You live the problem. You experience things that a select few of people experienced, but overall, it's the person, it's the resilience, their high velocity of execution, and high integrity of that person. And then another thing is distribution, especially right now where it's so easy to build products. I mean, that's like basically zero. You can build something in a few days with AI.
Yeah.
And so R&D is basically zero. So we're not investing for somebody saying you're going to go build an amazing product. We're investing saying, hey, you're going to have unfair advantage when it comes to distribution. So if somebody's got like a Rolodex, unfair network there, or they've got some really crafty ways they can distribute their product, and those things are important to us. On the more software side, if it's hardware, that's a different story.
Mm-hmm.
We think this person's actually going to get the company off the ground. Because anytime you look at a hardware company, they'll be like, "Oh, our product will be ready in 12 months." It's like it's probably going to be 24 months. But
So if they think 12, it's just go ahead and double it because it's just going to take forever.
oh, there's always problems with hardware.
Yeah.
Always problems.
So back to the individual. How exactly do you vet them out? Is it you talking to them? You personally go out there and you say, talk to me about your life. What do you do? What are you thinking?
Oh yeah, I mean, we have multiple meetings with them. Sometimes we get to meet them in person. We can't do that with every company. You know, I'm lucky to have Willie as a partner in this, and you know, those guys have hired probably 10,000 people, and a lot of that's personality driven. And so my team does a lot of work, you know, doing references on the person, doing diligence on the thesis, validating that the hypothesis that they have is, you know, to an extent that we can validate is true. And then I think Willie's really good at understanding kind of deeply, you know, is this the right person that we want to back? But, you know, overall, I mean, I can do that too. I mean, I've probably had 5,000 unique founder conversations over the last 5 years.
Oh
Holy cow.
my God.
Good
I mean,
grief.
we've had 3,000 companies come through our pipeline this year. Now, I certainly didn't talk to all of them,
Yeah.
but I think
You have on your website, which is redbud.vc.
yep.
It's a pretty good website.
Yeah,
I like
that's
that
cool.
all the way through. One of your pages is pitch us. Like if I got something, I can go pitch you guys right
Yeah.
now. As easy as that.
It's easy as that.
It almost feels like it would be harder. I have to jump through some hoops to get a hold of such and such who maybe knows this person, and I can try to get some email through to them. You guys you want the ideas no matter who they are.
Oh yeah, we want to see as many ideas as possible, and we certainly have invested in things that came cold inbound.
That's really cool.
Unbelievable. You said Missouri Startup Weekend is really based more on, well, how did you phrase it? Was it technology? Is that what we're talking about there?
Yeah, I mean, we let any entrepreneur come in and pitch an idea that is, you know, innovative and scalable, and doesn't have to be tech, but it's obviously tech focused.
Yeah.
The thing is, sooner or later, it actually does put boots on the ground somewhere. And I go back to Marshall Willingham and his herd route, because these are real cattle that are being shipped in real cattle trailers.
Yeah.
Listen to me. I'm an old cowboy.
He knows it.
With a trucker who's hauling this thing around, and it's going to some feedlot or whatever the hell it is, or an auction site, and that's real going on. But the idea and how it's going to be carried out is on the technology side.
Yeah.
Equipment share. You said 8,000 employees now,
Yeah,
but it was technology based.
Yeah.
yeah.
And then it became, you got heavy machinery out there
Literally.
all over the nation
Yep.
that's going out, and this thing's worth billions of dollars, so it becomes a very real, tangible thing out there, even if it was only someone's idea. When they pitch at Missouri Startup Weekend, how much time do they have to make their pitch in front of everybody?
The initial pitch on Friday is 60 seconds.
Now, how many did we have this year? Was it 70-ish?
70 something. Yeah, it was a lot.
So we sit there, and thank you for having a cooler of beer. I went over and got a beer in the middle. I'm getting parched over here. It was, and you put a timer up. I think they get to see it also, but there are two huge screens behind them, and we, the audience, get to watch the timer. 59, 58, 57, and it's like, it goes so freaking fast.
Yep.
And they're up there in 60 seconds. They got to pitch it, and then except for maybe okay. We don't get to comment. We don't get to ask any questions, nothing. They give their pitch, they walk off. The next person is introduced, the timer is reset, and they go, and the 60 seconds begins. I found it to be very, very exciting.
I would love it. I mean, we changed the format this year too on the Sunday with no questions, but yeah, I don't think you would have any questions for 70 something ideas. We would be there until 2 a.m.
It'd be startup month, not weekend.
If you want to pitch, or have more involvement in the weekend, there's a different level of ticket you purchase to join a Missouri Startup Weekend. If you want to be there, and it was my first time there, and I'm a little intimidated by the whole thing, so I just kind of want to check it out a little bit. It was free. You still have to get a ticket, but it's going through the website, but it's free.
Yep.
And I went in on Friday night and watched this whole thing. I was in awe. Then I step away for the rest of the weekend until Sunday, when the teams that were picked to work on their project during the weekend, and there were 15 of those,
Yep.
They got to work on it, form teams with everybody else that's there, work on their project, and then re-pitch with what they have done, what they've learned, what they've put in place on Sunday. And I got to be there for that as well. I will say this in genuine honesty, I didn't care ultimately who won. And I had family event going on at the pool. I had to leave. But I got to see what they did, those 15 teams in one weekend. I was so energized by that. And I apologize to you, Ellis, because I came back and said, we're putting our idea out there.
Hey, that's good.
We're going.
Yeah, you guys got to pitch next year. Or participate.
You said you did.
Huh? So, I mean, I've done a pitch before, and it was way harder because it was, oh my gosh, like a decade ago? I don't know. It's been a long time. And so there was one technology guy on the team, and so I literally worked almost 48 hours straight through. I mean, I was the web guy. That's why they had me on the team. It was our idea that got picked. So, yeah, I slept like 4 hours in 3 days. Like, it was crazy. And there was no AI when I did it, so that was all me.
Well, and
very exhausting.
I didn't realize the level of AI now. What was doing? You've told me in the last 2 months.
Yeah.
But I was starting to learn it a little bit. When you guys were, the teams got together that weekend for the 48 hours and started putting, it's less than 48 hours. Yeah. They started putting these ideas together. They had AI helping them with some of the website building. Is that correct?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. There's no
We
reason they wouldn't.
like the Rive guys. Phil didn't get to be there on Sunday because he had to fly back to New York, but he didn't go to sleep Saturday night because he was building the receipt scanner.
Yeah.
So when they did the demo live, like that was a product they built all night.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yep.
Let me give you this also, and I know this from communications and delivering information to a big crowd of people. The larger the crowd, the slower and more deliberate your words. Because now, talking about herd route, now you're talking to just cattle, you know. An individual is smart, or at least can be, but people are dumb as hell. So you've got to
That's Tommy
really
Lee Jones from
Is that right?
Yeah. Not Independence Day, Men in Black.
And I do wear black on occasion. So, which Brett is wearing today.
Yeah.
So,
it's a usual outfit for me.
I'm the odd man out in my blue over here.
one of the people. You also, by the way, you also had a mixer happy hour on the Thursday evening before.
Yeah.
It's important that I bring that up because we were already meeting each other and talking about things, and I just wanted to be near people talking.
Did you
about
get on the
ideas.
app?
Yeah, I was on the app.
I was say because we had people, posting and meeting on there
and,
before.
and getting that stuff going. I met a person. She was energetic, unique, trying to find the most positive words I possibly can at this time, because I think she was a little eclectic. And she pitched last year also, which I was kind of like, this idea? And she goes, no, it was a completely different idea. And I'm like, now what are you just grabbing at straws? She got up, and she told me what it was to some degree. When she made her pitch on that Friday night at Missouri Startup Weekend, she said, how would you like to be told that you don't have the money for your son's operation scheduled tomorrow, and you're told this the night before, it's not approved, we cannot perform the operation on your 7-year-old son tomorrow morning.
Whoa.
And she held that out there. God, I'm getting chills right now. She held it out there for like 3 seconds. She goes, it happened to me. And I'm like, bitch, you got me now. You have me. And she did a better job there than she had the night before with me. And I'm like, okay, this is what is it now? And she said her idea was that there should be a way for all of these bills, all this insurance crap that's going on, to be at one hub. And I'm like, oh my God. So I could look and see a dashboard that says, here's what's going on. And it's actually communicating with everybody else. She's right. And it should be there already. She was picked, and they got to work on their project over the weekend, and then they got to repitch as one of the 15 finalists on Sunday. She did not wind up as one of those taken. It would be interesting to see if somebody's going to do something with this.
We did have somebody that is giving her some money.
Yeah.
So,
No,
yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
And I don't know what strength she brings to the table, but boy, she certainly had the idea.
Yeah.
And that's a big start, isn't it?
I mean, there's a lot of emotion to that too. So.
Yeah.
I definitely feel that all the way through. So what happens behind the scenes when somebody comes up with an idea and they don't go find mentors or people that can help open? What if they try to do it on their own? Can you tell me what you've seen with that?
I mean, it depends on the person, but I mean, I think when when your back's up against the wall, it's probably the best thing. Mentors aren't always great. Everybody wants to be a mentor, and so mentors can be a bad thing actually, because you got to know when to filter what mentors are telling you. Because everybody wants to offer advice. Doesn't mean it's good advice.
Yeah, you surprised me with your answers and a couple of other things, and I read some of the blog sections on your website for your Redbud VC. You surprised me, especially with your youth. It's like you've got some sort of window into an old man or old woman's wisdom over here. Well, one of the blogs you guys were talking about, should I work on my idea in stealth mode, or should I put it out there? And you guys feel like stealth isn't all that important. Why?
Depends on the company, but I mean, I think the opportunity to get your name out there and your network and get them involved and like building community around your idea is the best possible thing you can do.
Isn't it like, fail fast, basically? Like,
Yeah.
get it out. It's better to be first than it is to be perfect.
Somebody
Right.
copying you is a good signal. It means
Right.
like, oh, there's other people agree there's an opportunity here. It's more like there's always going to be competitors. Like I think it's a good thing. But it should always be like you shouldn't focus on the competitors. I mean, they're in the back of your mind. You want to know what they're doing, but it's the same thing in life. It's like,
It's idea
I'm not-
validation.
I'm not trying to compete with my friends all the time. I'm trying to compete with myself.
Right.
I'm trying to compete with my own company.
Yep.
Every day that we're trying to get the company better. I don't know. If you have something special, why hide it? Unless there's like something really secret about it and you can't put it out there, but then just don't like publicly post anything about the secret. Like it's
It's interesting. I spent a career in radio, and to me, it was like, you want to know what our secrets are and our sauce and what we're doing? It's out there every day, 24 hours a day. Everything we are is out there. You want to take me on? Bring it. I don't think you're going to be able to take me on. This is where we are, and we're sitting on this rock, and we're not going to budge. And all we're doing is getting better and bigger. And that's what it felt like with radio. Because we're out there, right? Our pants are down all day long. You just didn't know it because we were in a studio.
Thank God it was radio and not
Thank God.
television.
So I kind of see that thing. Plus, what we're doing right now with musicbeagle.com is that today we're actually going live, and so we've got one of our first subscribers on there and it's Truman's Bar and Grill.
Yep.
And so we're out there today. We are going to fail so many times today alone, and then more times tomorrow. But I've told some of the people behind the scenes where we've talked about it, I'm like, including Candy right here, Truman's, who runs Truman's, I said, this is about a community that likes live music. The bars that put it on, the vineyards that put it on, the festivals that put it on, all the bands, all the artists, all the solo acts that get involved in it, and all of us who like it, it's about all of us. We want this product out there because we want a way to find our events easier and quicker. And so we're going to welcome everybody saying, this doesn't work because of this thing over here. And then I'll go to Ellis Bennis and say, dude, fix this.
Yep.
And then he fixes it. How's that sound to you?
I think it sounds great. So we, my wife and I, are, we're always going around downtown or whatever, and we see something going on, and we're like, how the hell do we not know this is happening? Like,
Yeah,
every
right.
single weekend,
Yeah.
we never know what's going on. I mean, I'm not on Facebook really, so
Yeah.
she's not really either. I mean, but like, I don't ever see anything, posted about stuff going on around town. Like, it's so yeah, I think that would be awesome. And we're constantly trying to, individually Google different places and see like, okay, go to their events page. Do they have live music today?
Yep.
Yeah.
And then they didn't update it, or they did, or it changed, or it got rained. We don't even
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
And all these things happen. There was a pitch at Missouri Startup Weekend for, if you remember this one, it was like community centered, but it was college or university oriented. And I think they were doing this in Springfield, Missouri, and they were starting to get it set up at Mizzou as well.
Yeah.
And they wanted a central place where students could find out what the hell was going on.
That was I'm blanking on the name. It was so one kid from Mizzou, one from Alabama. And
Oh, it was down in Alabama they had it going on.
They're in
That's right.
Tuscaloosa, and then they had started it in Columbia, and that was I can't remember the name of that.
I don't either.
Um,
I think it made sense.
It started with a C, I think. Crank.
Crank.
Yeah.
That's a drug. Isn't that a
Yeah.
drug?
Like, dang, man.
We got this idea.
Good name for we're going to give college students Crank.
Crank. All the way through. But they were already succeeding in Alabama. Is that correct?
Yeah, my feedback to them was, like, in their pitch, it was like, okay, so are you starting a company to, like, throw parties for, like, college kids to get drunk, or do you have like software that helps people do this? So I think the
Get
point.
drunk.
Whatever it might be. Yeah.
So I think they had kind of missed like what the actual like product and company was and why this should exist, other than the fact that they help people organize events. So that was my feedback to them, but yeah, I thought their pitch was interesting. I mean, it's. Yeah.
It's interesting that we have. There was another idea that was brought to the table at 1 Million Cups a couple of weeks ago. I'm sorry, it was last week.
Oh.
And I think I can throw this out there right now. LinkedIn has a value in a lot of people's professional lives. LinkedIn is not to me what it might be to other people. I very seldom go there, and when I do, I'm just seeing if I can find out if that person is what they list themselves as.
Yeah.
And they apparently are still with that company. They've been updating their LinkedIn profile, and it says they're there till present, and I guess they're still there. That's about the extent of it. LinkedIn does nothing for me on its own to help me network with real living people that live and work around me in central Missouri. It does nothing for that at all. And this guy is coming from a whole different perspective. He's working with Columbia College as a professor now, after years of being in business. And he sees kids that have zero networking skills or actual network to rely on. He'd like to build a professional network here involving students and professionals. And it would bring to us some level of interaction and engagement that we don't really use LinkedIn for. Plus, LinkedIn is much more big and national or international or whatever. If you were doing that in a local community, then could you then make it happen again in Jeff City? Could you make it happen again in Sedalia or in Kansas City and have separate areas that aren't really interacting with each other? So interesting question.
Look up roots.build. We haven't publicly posted this anywhere. Roots.build.
Are we getting insider trading information today?
Well, it's
No.
something I'm building.
That's illegal, so it's not insider trading. It's just insider information.
Don't make him back away. He was going to give us some good stuff here.
Roots.build.
Build.
Leverage your roots to build. All right.
Yeah. So-
You're behind this now.
Yeah, I'm working on this. So it's something that I see every day because I meet with so many entrepreneurs from all over. There's always something kind of like tying somebody to where they came from, where they went to college, who they worked for, whatever. And the ability to connect with people based upon those roots, similar roots, is a much higher chance than anything else. Well, there's nothing that really does a good job at connecting people based upon who you are, where you came from, beyond like, oh, I'm XYZ on paper. And so for example, we're building a social networking app where, let's say that you and I connect on there. You can upload your link, so you can export your LinkedIn connections.
Mm-hmm.
We will take the URLs, enrich the data, okay? So we'll pull in all of the profile data. You can layer AI on top of that, and you can query that data. So, like, say that we have a Redbud community with all my investors, all my founders. Let's just say there's, 100 of us. Average connections are 5,000, so you have 500,000 people through the Redbud network, okay? So you can go query the data to recruit people. You can ask for warm intros, whatever. I could upload I have it right now. I have all my network, my 25,000 connections enriched, connected to GPT, so I could upload a pitch deck and be like, all right, who should I connect with for like discovery on this company? So, for example, we're looking at like a nuclear compliance software. So I have like a few people that have worked at nuclear power plants, so I just start reaching out to them. Now you can do some of this stuff on LinkedIn, but it's not great. It's not great.
That's
and so
impressive.
like it'll take all like with AI, you can take all the data from that profile and it'll give you all the reasons why and rank the people you should talk to.
Did you have this idea all together at one time? That's not an idea. That's a thunderstorm inside your head.
So I mean, it's
Right?
I've been thinking about this community building stuff for a while since we've been starting this, and it originally kind of started out as like a Midwest thing, and then it's been expanded a bit, with kind of the general theme around like outsider roots. And so I had started hosting these events. So I did one in San Francisco that was like Midwest roots in SF. So we recruited all this AI talent, who went to like Midwest universities, and it went great. I mean, like we had like CEOs of like big tech companies coming out to this, and they're like, "Why has nobody done this before?" And we did the same thing in New York, and I posted on Twitter like, "Hey, I'm doing this dinner for people with outsider roots," and I had over 100 people DM me with a paragraph of why they're an outsider. And so we ended up actually hosting a happy hour the next day because we had so many people requesting.
Was that the
to
New
join.
York event you were talking about?
Did I talk about a New York event?
You
I
said
thought-
you had
yeah,
a dinner.
'cause-
Yeah,
you had a
dinner.
in New
Yeah,
York. Yeah.
So we had a dinner in New York. So then the next day we did a happy hour.
Yeah, good. And that's where you got the winner, right? The guy that literally came
Exactly.
in.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. I did
That's
bring
the
that
connection.
up.
Yeah,
Sorry. What happened 5 minutes ago?
I
is
was
gone.
paying more attention to what he said than he was.
I don't know what I said.
This is like, see, I told you, Brett. I go, the time is going to fly. Look at this, damn it. It's 9 o'clock. I told you I'd let you out by 9.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got to go.
All right. We got to bring you back sometime because I said the
do it.
time's going to fly and we're going to be getting into this thing. But when you have happy hours and dinners in New York and become rich on this, I want to hang around you. I mean, I want to absorb some of the stuff that you're thinking the way that you think because you and I do not think the same. And I've expanded my life since I was a child watching other people succeed and also fail.
Yep.
And then follow some of those paths or ignore the bad ones and move away from them.
Mm-hmm.
And I just like the way you are a cool cat, as I said earlier, aren't you? Admit it.
I'm trying to be different. You know, it's
This
if that's cool, that's awesome.
I think there's certain people that can run and do what you're doing, like with Redbud Venture Capital, and I'm not one of those people, and you are. It's obvious. You're in the right place, man. You're doing a good job.
Well, I mean, I think it's more around, are you having fun doing what you're doing? And I love this industry and what I'm doing, and so it makes it easy. I don't look at it as a job.
I know I want to bring you back next year already, which I think I told you in an email when we set this up. And you and I, for the most part, don't know each other. So I thank you for responding back and coming out because we're small time for you, and I certainly know that. And you could be on any national, international, broadcast or podcast. Thank you for coming out to this. And I do want to have you back next year at a nice window before startup weekend, which would probably be about maybe like February, I'm thinking.
Yeah, that works.
2
Let's
months
do it.
out, bring you back, have some more conversations about this. Do you get any insight ahead of time into some of the pitches that'll be happening for next year?
We will because we launched the app this year, and then people had to submit their ideas, but we didn't get to launch it until, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks before the event. And so next year we already have the app. We'll make improvements, but we'll be able to launch it, say 2 months ahead of time.
So
so-
actually, I'll be seeing it also. Is that right? Or no?
No, like as admin, we can see all the ideas submitted, but like nobody else can see those.
Okay.
Yeah.
And your judging that happens out there, these are, as you said this year, this is the first year judges were actually able to invest or were invited to. And so as they're watching some of these, whether they choose it as one of the winners, it has nothing to do with their money. They could still go take one of the other top 15 and invest with them if they wanted to.
Yeah, for sure.
And anybody could.
Yeah, for sure.
And anybody, even in the audience with a free ticket like me, could find one of the people that pitched and say, hey, man, I feel what you're throwing down there. I've got something that I'd like to bring to the table. Can we talk next week?
Definitely.
God, it's so cool.
Yep.
And I know you weren't able to make it this year.
Yeah.
Foxy did. I was there, and I saw a lot of my friends there. You need to be there next year.
Sounds good to me.
All right. Maybe we'll pitch something new.
I'll get you a ticket next year.
Thank you. I
Both
appreciate
of you.
that.
Both of you on me.
Appreciate that.
Look at
All
that.
right,
Look at that.
sounds
We've
good.
already got
free tickets.
To participate, yeah.
I've got free tickets. I am this close to getting a happy hour in New York.
Now we would not be allowed. The deal, we could not pitch Music Beagle there because it's already established, right? It has to be a brand new thing, doesn't it? At least that was the rule when I was there. Has that changed?
It can't be a company that's like scaling.
Right.
I mean,
Gotcha.
like at this point, yes, it would probably be. But like we had stuff that people had like worked on a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Because
Like the
It's-
one,
it
like
will-
the one in Alabama.
yeah, like it's different. Like especially if it's students, like
Yeah.
we're gonna be
Oh,
more
okay.
relaxed on But
I don't think we qualify.
But I mean, anybody you could be like, I have an idea today, and I'm gonna go use Codex to build something. Like, why would you wait a month to start it at Startup Weekend?
Okay.
So we don't want to
Very good.
disincentivize high quality talent to come
Right.
into Startup Weekend because we're like, you started it a month ago, too late.
Nice.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
Good. That's good to hear.
I
So
think
that's
it also seems like it's one of those natural things. We're actually trying to bring people together there that
Yeah.
need help.
Yes.
And they know they need help. Brett Calhoun, redbud.vc if you want to learn more, and maybe you'll make the dinner in New York with me because I want to be there. Brett, thank you. Thank you. This was
Thanks,
really
guys.
amazing.
This was fun.
Thanks,
Oh,
guys.
God.
Looking forward to next year.
We will do it again. This is great, man. God, I knew I was going to have fun.
Yep.
If people say, what's your podcast about? Shit that makes me happy. Things that I want to do. And they're like, that doesn't qualify as a theme. I'm like, the hell if it doesn't. It's a great idea. You enjoy it, don't
Yeah,
you?
100%. Yeah.
Oh, man.
We haven't had a bad guest yet.
Fun stuff. There are a couple things coming up in the next few weeks that will include one. You know what? We're going to have Mike Murphy back.
Oh, good.
And we were going to talk to him from comobuzz.com. And he's doing so much great work. He's got, I think it's a 3-part series right now at comobuzz.com. It may wind up being the crux of why he's going to be back on the show.
Right.
I thought we'd just catch up on a few things and talk about it. But one of the things that is going on right now is the idea of this 1% sales tax that'll be on a ballot in August for City of Columbia.
Right.
And they're calling it a safety tax. And the reality is I'm really starting to lean very hard against the idea. And that's
Chief Joe will not be happy to hear you say that.
Well, and when it comes to the cops,
Yep.
I'm not exactly sure where everybody sits on this thing. I don't know if it's obvious, and even if they say they're for it, I don't know if that means in their heart of hearts, in the person they are,
Right.
not in the cop they are, but in their person. Do they really believe in this thing whole and completely? I don't know. But when we talk about the City of Columbia and them making mistakes or gains and great ideas, well, let's be honest, mistakes we talk about more than any others. That's going to bring us to this point of the show.
Are you ready? You gotta keep your eyes on the crap.
You can't handle the crap.
Looky here, there's a big difference between shit and shinola.
As my great-grandfather always said, Matumba, keep your eye on the crab.
You better believe it. You better. Brought to you by Family Focus Eye Care. And they've got a big event coming up. You know, I told you that Retuva, their medical spa, has now moved in next door to them.
That's handy.
On Scott Boulevard, which is very, very cool. They've got a big celebration, a grand opening for the new location of Retuva, and an 11-year anniversary party for Family Focus Eye Care.
That's awesome.
11 years. Dr. Rich, I can't believe you've done that. So they got a huge celebration going on June 18th, 3 in the afternoon until 7 p.m. There's going to be a frame show, like glasses, eye frame,
Oh, okay.
eyewear frames.
We're not framing people.
Right. Raffles, scratcher ticket discounts, refreshments, and Dunk-a-Doc, which means the same guy that
Did
used
you say Dunk-a-Doc?
Dunk-a-Doc.
Okay.
The same guy who's used the laser on my face, I get to send him splashing into the water below because the doctors are going to put themselves up on the dunking booth, which is great. And that's going to be
I haven't
fun.
seen one of those in years. That's awesome.
Oh, it's going to be great.
That's really cool.
It will be a fundraiser as well, supporting global first responders. So thank you to Family Focus Eye Care and Retuva Medical Spa. Follow them on Facebook, and I'll see you out there on June the 18th. Okay. As I read from comobuzz.com, City Council to review multi-year rate increases for trash pickup. You guys, the City of Columbia got a consultant to come on board and say, what do we need to do about our trash pickup? Wait a minute.
Raise the price.
This is the same division. This is the same division of our city government and their work detail where we went through 10 years of trying to figure out what to do, and now we got roll carts.
Yep.
Remember?
Yep.
Okay. We hired a consultant to say, what should we do?
Yeah.
You know what the consultant said? Raise the rates. Do you want to hear how much?
Oh, boy.
This is what a consultant did. God, I need to become a consultant to stupid-ass bodies of politics like Columbia and our city manager. I need the city manager to give me about $100,000 so I can tell him what to do with something. I would go, increase the rates.
Yeah.
Thank you. Pay me a check.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what the new rates will do? Pay for my check.
Yeah.
Here's what the consultant told the City of Columbia to do. for picking up trash, increase next year in our fiscal budget for 27, increase by 5%. The following year, increase by 10%. I'm sorry, that would be 10% in 28 and 10% more in 29. The plan then says every year after that through 32, 5% more every year. And every year after that, 3% more.
Oh, wow.
Let me explain to you what that's like. If you start out now with $1 and you increase it by 5% in the first year, which is what he said, it goes to $1.05.
Yep.
The second year, it would go to $1.16. The third year, he said, or she, go another 10%. So that would go up to like $1.27.
Yeah.
If I've got that correct.
Because the
I don't-
percentage is not based on $1. It is based on
The
new,
new.
amount.
And then
Yeah.
every year after that, if gas prices right now were $4.19, which is what they were when I filled up a
Yep.
few days ago, $4.19 regular unleaded. If you follow this person's recommendation, the new price by the year 2032 would be over $6 per gallon. Or look at it this way. I want to give you real money. Let's say there's a new car today you're looking at for $50,000. $50,000. The price of that new car, if General Motors or BMW or Ford or anybody was to listen to this consultant, it'd be $50,000 this year.
Yeah.
By the year 2032, that car would cost you over $75,000.
Yep. We're already seeing that. So.
This increase is like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Are you serious? And this is what they recommended, and your city's going to look at this and consider it.
Yep.
That person should be hauled out on a rail, tarred and feathered.
This
man.
is why competition is so important. This is why the government should not be involved. If you are a socialist, if you are all in favor of government running stuff, then you're complaining about this, you're the problem.
Oh.
Because how is this fixed? Another company comes in, says, I'm going to do it cheaper, and then it lowers the prices for people. That's why where I live, a company bought out the company that did mine. They jacked up the rates. I said, screw you. I switched to a different company.
It
But guess what?
forces
When
you-
you're controlled by the government, there's nothing you can do.
And it forces you, the company,
Yep.
whatever entity you are, it
Yep.
forces you to be smarter,
Yep.
more efficient,
Yep.
quicker,
Yep.
harder,
Yep.
better,
Yep.
and then you're to try and keep that cost down as well.
But the government doesn't have any of those problems. You're required to use their crap.
And by the way, our damn sanitation department, I believe they take care of the recycling.
Do they? Okay.
The recycling is not being taken care of properly right now.
Yep.
And your city has now said they're going to pick up recycling every week now. Why?
Yeah.
They don't even have the drop-off locations open back up. We don't have a recycling facility at the damned landfill. They don't even. We haven't even started building it yet. As far as I know, nothing.
Maybe they'll bust it
We
out.
don't. We don't have anywhere. So we're sending this stuff to like Jeff City. We can't even recycle glass right now. Why in the world are you increasing our pickup on this stuff? You're not even doing it properly. What the? Oh my God.
Yeah.
And you know what? That's the end.
That's it.
With that note, we're going to have to start moving away. You're right, though, about that. You're right about it, man.
It's almost like capitalism works, people.
It's almost like it does. But keep voting for the same people back into city council.
Yeah, yeah.
These dumb shits can do it all day long, and guess what you are if you vote for them. Bingo! We got to run. My friends, live this day as if it were your last. I say to you, hookah hey.